Good morning. Prayer is about seeking God for the impossible in our lives, and it's never too late to cry out to Him. In Psalm 50:15, the Lord says that we should call upon Him in the day of trouble. He says He will deliver us, and we will glorify Him by that deliverance. Do this, and you will witness proofs of God's promises. But I was struggling against the very faithless saying of, He hasn't got a prayer, or I haven't got a prayer. And the pronoun for the circumstance may change, but the saying is the same. After recommitting my life to Christ, I found that this saying had gained a foothold in my life while I was away from Him, and I wanted it to leave, and I asked for the Lord to help me overcome it. So I tried for 2 months not to say this anymore. I had never really said it a lot, maybe twice a week, but it was hard to catch it in time. I would usually have started to say the word prayer before I caught myself using the phrase. And this was my situation when God finally delivered me from it. It would be like, He hasn't got a it would be like that. But one day I came to a set of 2 traffic lights, which I knew well from driving that way, maybe 5 or 6 times a week for about 5 years. And the timing of these lights was frustrating, for if you were stopped at the first light and then it turned green, only 3 or 4 cars could also make it through the second light, and that was only with the second light turning yellow or even red. But on this day, I was the 7th car stopped at the first traffic light. Getting through both lights was absolutely impossible from the timing they had and my position in line, but I watched the cycle unfold as it always did. There's a road at the light on the right side, and at the last minute, a stream of cars turned into the line in front of me, which it sometimes did, but this only made things worse from my direction. Talking to myself aloud, I said something like, I can't remember the exact words, it was a long time ago. I don't know why I'm even watching when I know I can't get through the light. I haven't got a... And I caught it. Finally, for the first time, I didn't even start to say the word prayer, that phrase, but I smiled broadly and substituted the word chance instead of prayer. The whole phrase and the words I spoke afterward went like this: I haven't got a chance, and it's impossible with what I see, but I do always have a prayer, and I know that God answers prayer. The traffic started to move, and with my mouth open in amazement, I watched while driving through that first light. Then I kept moving steadily through the second light with both signals staying green the entire time. And that phrase of haven't got a prayer was never used from my mouth again or even close. If Jesus waited until his friend Lazarus had been buried 4 full days before raising him, we should remember that God isn't bound by time the way we are. He made time, and reality is what He will make it to be. Prayer does make a difference, and He who gave His Son for our salvation promises to work all things together for our good. May God bless you with this message today. Take care.